Hi there, welcome to the Money Space 101. I am Angelina Senoge, and this side we are building generational wealth together. If you're here for the very first time, you are welcome, and I hope that you're here to stay. So if you're on the business of trying to make your financial goals a reality, then you're in the right place. And if you're coming back from my previous videos, welcome back, and I hope that my videos are still being of use to you. We are also available on social media platforms. You can find me at the Money Space 101. So the title of this video, it is I want to start investing. Where do I begin? Part 2. In part 1, I covered the type of investor risk profiles. So you need to know what type of investor risk profile you are. And the second thing, I covered the different categories of investments. So you also then need to know which category do you want to fall in. You can still continue watching this video if you haven't watched the first one, but please do go back to the previous one so it might help you get a whole idea of this title. So before we carry on to the next point, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive notifications from us when we do release a new video. So the third thing is type of investments. So type of investments, there is not one type of investment, there's a lot of investment. There is shares, so company shares. The second one being ETFs. So ETF stands for exchange trade funds. An ETF is basically in a basket that contains different shares inside. So instead of you just buying one share, you are then buying this basket, and this basket as a collective carries different shares. And then you have what you call unit trust. So unit trust is also a basket. So unit trust fund is also known as a mutual fund. It is the same thing. So in a unit trust fund, it's also a basket just like the ETF, but then it does not have one type of investment class like the ETFs. So ETFs generally has shares only in this basket, but then for unit trust fund you will find different types of investment. So you won't only find shares, but you also find bonds, so government bonds in this basket. You will also find property investments. You will also find rates right in this basket, and you will also find some money market instruments in this basket as well, and this is what then we call a unit trust fund. And then you have things such as Forex. So Forex, for people that are like, you know what, going full bore into this. These are generally for people that are aggressive investors. Then there is metals. So metals, investing into silver, diamond, gold, platinum, etc. Basically into minerals. And then there is you investing into currencies. So investing into currencies, the dollar, the pound, sterling, Swiss franc, euro, etc. These are just then the types of investment that you can get on the blog. I posted videos before which do explain shares, ETFs, and unit trust in detail. Please do look at these videos to get more clarity and more guidance. In the previous video, I mentioned that either you are an active investor or you are a passive investor. So when you're an active investor, basically then you would want to invest by yourself. You're doing everything by yourself, you're managing your investments, you're choosing everything. So when you're an active investor, how you would get these investments, it is through apps. So generally I use Blockstock app. You can also find the link in the description box if you want to start, and because I'm currently collaborating with them, then you will also get 50 Rand from me once you fund your account, which is from 200 Rand going upwards. So on the Blockstock app, you will be able to get JSE shares, which are Johannesburg Stock Exchange shares. You're also able to get US shares, you will get ETFs as well, you will also get metals, and you will get currencies. I love Blockstock because it is really beginner friendly and you won't feel like you are doing your investment journey by yourself. So you can also then use other brokers. If you already know other brokers, you can also find the same instruments on other brokers as well. So this is then how you become an active investor. So on these platforms then you then have to do your research and see then how you're going to buy the shares. So Blockstock app, I love is that on the same side then you'll be able to access the news of this particular investment that you want to invest in, and this then will guide you in making the right decision before you select that buy option, right? And then moving on to being a passive investor. So as a passive investor, this is when you entrust a company to then invest on your behalf. So the only thing that you do is just making your monthly installments to this company, or you are then making that once-off payment to them, and then from there then they just invest your money into a fund, and then depending on how the company does things, generally maybe they'll be like, okay, after 3 years time your investment will mature, and then you decide then if you are reinvesting the funds or you are withdrawing them. And this is where then you are going to entrust your money then with asset management companies. So generally there are other companies that do offer investments, But if you want to get the best possible returns, rather prioritize giving your money to a company that specializes in investments, and these companies are called asset management companies. And the ones that I'm going to mention in this video are ones that I have heard good reviews from people from, so that I do not give anything biased. So it's not like, okay, I went to the internet, okay, the asset management companies, yeah, sure, you can do that as well. But then the ones that I'll be sharing right now, I'm sharing them based on the reviews that I have gotten from people that have invested with these companies. So the first company then being the Coronation Fund, as well as Ellen Gray, and then you have PSG. So PSG Wealth Management. So you might know others as well. Then definitely sure. Tell us in the comment section which company have you used which is an asset management company that has actually given you some good returns. Don't gatekeep. Tell us so that we are also there as well. So if you are at a point right now where you are able to make a month-to-month commitment over a year, more than a year commitment, then looking into passive investing is something that you could consider. The fourth and final thing is keep learning. Learning does not stop. So just because you are investing and now it's working, you can see those profits, you think that you are already there. No. Right now, what you're doing, you're watching this video, it is you learning. It is you giving into your learning process. You watching those reels on Instagram. You watching those reels on TikTok. You following a personal finance content creator like me, or subscribing to this channel. You are then contributing to your learning process as well, because then you get to learn of other things that maybe I'm not able then to cover in this one particular video, but then I will cover in other videos. So that way then you are continuously learning. So definitely keep watching the YouTube videos, even if it's from other content creators, not just me, so you can get different viewpoints as well. And then also following personal finance content creators and reading. It is really important. Read. There's this book that I have read. I'm not yet finished with it. It's called The Intelligent Investor. So Intelligent Investor, it's known as one of the best books on investing ever written, and this is said by Warren Buffett. And Warren Buffett is like the guru of investors globally. So I trust what he says. And honestly, I've read that book and it is really good. And I like just how it covers investments, and also how it focuses on the behavioral part of it, because if you do not learn how to control the emotional intelligence part of investing, then you becoming the best possible investor and you becoming an intelligent investor, it will be really difficult and really challenging. So definitely do look into getting this book. Lastly, have patience. Right? Know that investing is for the long run. So if you're a person that is looking for a get rich quick type of thing, investing in these type of things that I mentioned in this video, it is probably not for you. Because even people that say that, okay, they invest into first and got money, it wasn't a today tomorrow thing. They had to put work to learning techniques. They had to put work to having sleepless nights and trying to learn the charts and stuff like that. They didn't just get there today tomorrow. That no, it was a lot of work. So you need to also understand that with investments, it is work. You learning, that is you putting in work into it, right? Because you get better as time goals. And you don't just learn from the fences. Just put yourself in, put that foot in and see where it takes you. And I'm not saying that put your money all in right now while you're still learning. You can just put in that 200 rand, put in that 100 rand, and just see. Then as time goes, you will learn some things. You will see, okay, but this is how things move and stuff like that. So have patience, just start. Start anyway. Investing is not just for the rich. Investing is not just for people that are working. Investing is not just for people that are at a certain age or whatever. Investing, it is for everyone. As long as you are 18 years older and above, you are ready to invest. And as long as you have at least 100 rand on you, you are able to start investing. And it's better than you not starting at all and waiting only to start investing when you are now having an income. And then now you're more likely to make mistakes. So I'm really grateful that I started investing when I was still a student, because me starting to invest as a student, I made those mistakes, sure. But then those mistakes did not necessarily ruin my life, because I was making mistakes with not life savings. I was not making mistakes with money that I could have used on my children or something like that. But I was making mistakes with money as a student, which would have went to something else either way. So then that's why then it's important, just start where you are right now and start with the little that you have. right? And then as time goes, you will build confidence, and then you will be more confident to buy more investment or to invest more. It is possible to become an active investor and a passive investor at the same time. So don't let this make you think, okay, no, it's not possible. It is very much possible. So yeah, remember, invest for the long term, not for the short term, because generally investment in the short term, they fluctuate a lot. And as I mentioned in the previous video where I was mentioning the investor risk profile and just breaking down risk, please do watch that video just to understand what I'm saying right now. And yeah, that's the end of the video. See you on the flip side of wealth. And in the next video, I'll be talking about the mistakes that I have made in my investment journey that you should probably avoid. So see you, same place, same time, same day. #MoneyMindDays at 5 p.m. Bye. See you on the flip side of wealth.